Shalom, shalom, Israel. Give to the Most High. And this like Yahweh Shah. We are the Battle Axes. Coming at you with Monday night class, a Monday night Dine-In where we don't dine with the swine. We always give honor and glory to the Most High for giving us just another day to make it to this class and try to get more edified and to win the spirit versus the flesh battle. Like I always say, it's the spirit versus the flesh. The way you feed the spirit is by getting all these classes. That's why we make sure we try to have 4 or 5 classes a week so that brothers and sisters can try to get on that winning side of the ball game that we've been losing for too long. So the way we win is getting more edified, getting understanding in the scriptures, class after class, reading after reading, definition after definition, you know, things of that nature. So today's class will be going into being taught by the ungodly. Being taught by the ungodly, because we as a nation of people, we'll let anybody else teach us something except our own people. We'll let that Edomite, Joel Osteen, tell us all it's prosperity, and we'll love it. We'll eat it up. We'll let them African churches, we'll go to them AME churches, African Methodist Appeals, I don't know what they got going on. You ain't nothing about you African. But you'll go to that AME church and get taught. But when your own children and your own people want to give you the understanding, you can't accept it. Like we say, we look at each other like you just another crab in the same bucket I'm in. Right. Negro, we in the same bucket. We are. But we trying to get out that bucket. And some of us not finna let these little crabs grab on to it. But we're just going to go into some judgments of the ungodly. We always go to King David, man. We'll go into Psalms, talk about how King David prayed that he was not in the ungodly. Or, we're just going to get into some things, show you that it's ungodly of the other nations. And it's also ungodly within our own nation. So we're going to go into that too. So, like I said, being taught by the ungodly, the first precept we're going to pull tonight is Psalms chapter 1, verse 9. Psalms chapter 1, verse 1.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 1, verse 1.
Read.
Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly.
So Psalms 1 and 1 jumps off with blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly. So we got to understand, the first thing we got to do is get out of the counsel of ungodly. We don't need to be hanging around with the other nations. We don't need to be hanging around with the brothers and the sisters that's still in the dough game or still in the traps, you know what I'm saying? Or still doing things that we know that it's not profitable for us making it into the kingdom of heaven. Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly. I said I was going to do a class just about everything that we're blessed about. Blessed is he that readeth. Blessed is he that keep the Sabbath. Blessed is he that does not walk in the counsel of the ungodly. So we always want to get on these blessing sides of the game, like you said. There's 2 ways you can go. You can get blessed or you can get cursed. We're dealing with the curses right now, so it's time for us to go and start getting some blessings. So blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly. Read on.
Nor standeth in the way of sinners.
Nor standeth in the way of sinners. We can't be out there all happy-go-lucky with the sinners, man.
God.
You know what I'm saying? They want to smoke weed, so we can't be around them. Hey, I'm sorry. A lot of people ain't going to like that either. But I can't do the same things that I used to do. If I'm trying to be a new man, I got to do what? New things. If I want to be a different man, I got to do what? Different things. And these things don't consist of the old man that I used to be. You know what I'm saying? So, nor standeth in the way of sinners. We can't be, oh man, you cool, bro. Yeah, you just want to smoke, yeah, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? No, we can't be like that. Can't stand in the way of sinners. All that we can do is try to get a sinner out of that way. Right. We can't stand in the way of them, kick it with them, tell them it's going to be okay. Now we got to let them know, hey, man, look, we got to do this, man. I see in the Bible that this says this, and that says that, and we need to try to do these things, man, to make it to the kingdom. Read on.
Nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful.
So you blessed if you walk in not
scornful.
In the scornful, shall I God praise. So you'll be blessed if you walk in not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the way of the sinner, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. Those that you know, man, look, he ain't no good for you, she ain't no good for you. You still don't want to be around him. You go get your issue with them. They got something coming, and guess what? If you want to stay around them, you're going to have the same thing coming that they have. How many times have we seen brothers and sisters out here get shot and killed, and they be the one that ain't did nothing?
Right.
They be the innocent one.
That's right.
Oh, this wasn't even for him. He wasn't even like that. He just went over there and kicked it. Now he shot in the crossfire, and everybody else stood out there doing their thing. Right. This is happening, so we got to make sure that we stay in the realm of like-minded people. That's why the Most High tell us to gather together with like-minded people. Right. Gather with the Hebrews, with the Israelites, man. People might look at this out. That Negro different. That nigga done changed. Yeah, you know what? That nigga have changed. Yeah, that Negro is different now. Am I wrong? I said a lot of people don't like change, man. But when you change and you change for the better, that's the greatest thing going. When you change for the better, people for the worse ain't gonna like that.
That's right.
But your friends, your true friends, they gonna see you change for the better. What they gonna say? Congratulations.
Right.
They're going to start looking at what you do and saying, man, I need to follow in that brother's steps, man. You know what I'm saying? That's how we should be. That's that light that we're supposed to have. So read that again from the top all the way through.
Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the way of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful.
So we already know these are 3 ways that you can be blessed just off the muscle. Like we always say, off the rip, off the whatever you want to call it. You don't stand in the way of sinners. You don't walk in the ungodly, when in the realm of the ungodly. And you don't lay around and just say, well, I'm just going to take whatever these Negroes get because I'm with them. Nah. You're a different being. You're a different person. It's time that we start acting according to what the Most High God wants us to do. Go to Psalm 43:1. So we give it. So you know we love to let Joel Osteen teach us prosperity, brother. If you're not ravishing in wealth and money and riches, then you're not doing the right thing. Shoot, the Most High God already told us we're gonna be cursed. We're going to go to the white man for everything. So no, we're not gonna be blessed and money in that sort of fashion. But let them tell it. That's what we are chasing. That's what the black man chasing today. The black man is nothing but about the dollar. Because what? We ain't never had the dollar. Right. So-called white men don't give a damn about the dollar because what? They got the dollar. It's nothing to them. But they show you that, oh, you're not prospering because you don't have money, so you need to get on the money side, and if you're doing right, you'll start getting money. Right. That's not the case all the time. I know some people that's doing good, you know what I'm saying? Just had a friend call me today. He just got his first house. All praise to that. Got his house built from the ground up. But what he talking to me about? Guess what he talking to me about? Bro, that church, man. They wicked as a mug, man. You know that church ain't nothing like some love and hip hop stuff going on? I said, yeah, I know, bro. And we talking about this new house. We got off this start talking about church. I told him that's why we left. That's why we're not in there no more. It's a game. It's just a game, man. It's just whatever the case you want to call it. Whatever you want to call church, that's what it is, except the truth. Just don't put the truth on it. You want to call it whatever. A riot. You want to call it a fad. Something I'm just doing today. You can call it whatever you want, but just don't call it the truth. Because it's not. So we talked about that. But, you know, some of my brothers and my friends, they're doing good for themselves. But you want to be doing great for yourself. How good is it for you to be doing great in this world and then doing great in the eyes of the Lord too? Right. See, that's the point that we miss. Yeah, you can have your nice house, nice car, dream job, whatever. But you got the dream end goal. Right. You got the final destination, the dream of being not gone forever, living forever. That's what we want. Read this out.
It's the book of Psalms, chapter 43 and verse 1.
Bring it out.
Judge me, O God.
What did King David say?
Judge me, O God.
He said, judge me, O God. Read on.
And plead my cause against an ungodly nation.
He said, please his cause against who?
An ungodly nation.
Now, King David said, please my cause against an ungodly nation. Why are we for the ungodly nation? Right? Why are we always trying to kick it with David and Susie and Becca? Why are we trying to kick it with them? when King David is specifically, he said, judge me, oh Lord. Keep me away. I want to be against those. Because James 4:4. Well, let's get that right quick. Holy precept. Let's go to James 4:4. I wasn't going to put it, but let's put it. James 4:4. King David said, I'm against the ungodly, man. But we love the people of the ungodly. We're going to listen to Joel Osteen. My partner, boy, he made me mad down in Houston, man. Talking about, yeah, I look at Joel Osteen. I say, you do what? Come on, bro. Really? That's your pastor? Come on, man. What they said, is this your king? Is this your king? He ain't going to make it. It ain't going to live up. James 4:4.
This is the book of James, chapter 4, verse 4.
Read.
Ye adulterers.
You who?
Ye adulterers.
And who else?
And adulteresses.
So you Negroes cheating on your God, and you women out here cheating on your God.
On that.
See, it's a relationship. This is a spiritual marriage that we in. You might be with your old lady at the house, and you ain't never touched another soul. But you out here watching Joel Osteen going to African American Episcopal churches. You still an adulterer or adulteress. You ain't never slept off on your old lady, but you're sleeping off on your God. You letting the world tell you about your God. You letting the world paint pictures of white images of your God and of your forefathers. King James, oh, that's a white man. You gonna let the world tell you something when the world ain't never gave a damn about you? You are adulterers and adulteresses. That's what you are. Read on. That's the first thing he jumped out, James 4:4. Read on.
Ye adulterers and adulteresses.
Read on.
Know ye not that the friendship of the world,
he said, you do not know that being friends of this world, read on,
is enmity with the Most High.
Is not, it won't mix with being a friend with God. Either you're gonna be, like Most High say, you can be lukewarm, cold, or how I wish you be one or the other. He said you can't play both sides of the fence. This is the same thing he's saying in Scripture. You can't be friends with the world and still try to be friends with your God, because your God is against the world. Yeah, he made it. Yeah, he made every nation in the world. You got to understand why he did it. And this Bible is nothing but about when you see Jacob, Esau, when you see Cain, Abel, when you see all these stories in the Bible, it's about one nation or one people hating another people. One people being the chosen, another people hating. One person warring against another. We are spiritual warfare. He called us adulterers and adulteresses. Know ye not that friendship of the world is enmity with God. It won't work. Why else would the Most High say in John 2:15, 1 John 2:15, love not the world, neither the things that's in the world? Why would he tell you not to love the world? He created the world. That's what you get all these questions. People, well, why would he make the world and then tell you not to love it? Because you got to understand, he put you in this world to see what you was going to do. He gave you opportunities to pick life or death, good or evil. You got opportunity. But guess what? The ungodly, they don't have opportunity. The ungodly already got their judgment. See, that's what's so cold about it. The ungodly judgment is in the Bible, and it's already predestined. And ain't nothing you can do to get the ungodly out of their punishment.
That's right.
We still have opportunity to get ourselves into the kingdom of God. But the ungodly, they judgment already in here. It's already signed, sealed, delivered. Read on.
Whosoever, therefore, will be friends of the world.
So if you want to be a friend of the world, read on.
Is the enemy of Yahweh.
Is the what?
Enemy of Yahweh.
So if you're friends of this world, you are an enemy of God. Because God is not a friend of this world. This world doesn't do nothing but shoot you down in your back. But put knees in your necks. But keep you in a docile state of mind. But have you nothing thinking you're nothing but a nigger, a coon, an Afro-American, an African-American. The Most High can't stand that. The Most High calls you the greatest thing. The Most High chose you. But the world looks at you otherwise. You think the Most High like that? You think the Most High sit up there and he like that these other nations out here calling you coons and specks and everything that you aren't? You think he like that? That's why he said, if you're a friend of the world, you're an enemy of me, man. Because the Most High don't want you to love this world. That's right. He made the world for our sake. Yes, he did. He didn't say love it. He said live, maintain in it, because you're going in captivity in this world. But we like my next class probably gonna be, and I already brought it out. We trust in oppression. We trust in that thing. We it's like we just love being on the bottom.
Gone.
But that's where we at. That's where we gonna be. Let's go back to Psalm 43. So James 4:4, man, to be an enemy, be a friend of God. I mean, a friend of the world is an enemy of God, man. We gotta know who to pick our battles and who to choose to be when they ain't our battles. Like I say, this ain't nothing but spiritual warfare, man. Everything we doing, everything we going through for us getting ready for spiritual warfare. Read this again,
It's the book of Psalms, chapter 43 and verse 1.
Bring it out.
Judge me, O God, and plead my cause against an ungodly nation.
He said, judge me. You see what I just said? Psalm 43. I see you.
I know it, but
He said, judge me. I messed with that.
nah.
He said, judge me. That means that what? We still have an opportunity of our judgment. Can the other nations go to the Lord and say, judge me? No, they can't. That judgment is already in this book. So you want to follow Joel Osteen? Know what his judgment is. And know that then he go get his judgment, you go get the same judgment he get. You want to follow Bishop TV Snakes? Know what his judgment is. You want to follow Creflo Holler about the dollar? Know what his judgment is. You want to go to these African Methodist Episcopal churches? Know what the African judgment are. Wait a minute, we're not Africans? Hope you watch Class Sabbath. Should have watched Class Sabbath. No, we're not. Read that again.
Verse 1. Judge me, O God, and plead my cause an ungodly nation.
Against the ungodly nation. Read up.
O deliver me from the deceitful and unjust man.
So the ungodly nation, they are what kind of men?
The deceitful and unjust man.
These are unjust and deceitful men. These other nations ain't doing nothing but deceiving you. That's it. They're the biggest deceivers there is. Unjust. They don't know nothing about back on that horse like we do. They don't know about struggling and pain like we do. They don't know about getting down and getting right back up. They ain't down. They up. Shoot, like all they gotta do is call their dad and ask for 20 G's. Yeah. What are you gonna say? This is the last 20,000? This is the last one. So they give them another. They don't know struggle and pain like we do, man. So King David said he was against the ungodly nation, man. Go to Proverbs 16 and 27.
Proverbs what?
16 and 27. That's not your regular Bible.
I know it, man. This morning I'm hotter than fish grease.
Proverbs 16 and 27.
No. That sounds familiar. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 16 and verse 27.
Bring it out.
An ungodly man diggeth up evil. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah.
I was waiting on that thing.
Evil, and in his lips there is as a burning fire.
So an ungodly man diggeth up evil. That's what an ungodly man do. An ungodly man would dig up evil, man. Yeah, that's tough. Yeah. An ungodly man diggeth up evil, and his lips there is as a burning fire. They no good for you. The words that they can. Do you understand the words coming out of my mouth? Yeah, the words that coming out of your mouth are evil. They are the burning fire. They ain't gonna do nothing but catch you up, put you in a whole heap of trouble. Their words are not. They words just ready for the lake of fire. That's it. That's what they are. It says an ungodly man diggeth up evil. There's nothing but evil come out of an ungodly man's mouth. Yeah, it might sound good. Like I told my friend Joe Osteen, he sounds good. Right. You know, he got the little what is it? Well, how can I say it? American dream look, you know, everybody think that the white man is the American dream look with the nice little haircut. It's terrible if you ask me. But they just look at this as this is the American dream. Even you talk like this.
Oh, come on.
And you know, it make you sound good, but an ungodly man diggeth up evil. His lips there is a burning fire. It's not good for you. It's not good for you. It sure may sound good. But he ain't allowed to know what the scriptures. He ain't talking about getting to the kingdom. Talking about prosperity. Talking about money. Money is money everything. Money, last time I checked, money can't get you into the kingdom. No matter how much you got. Oh, you the biggest billionaire on the planet? It won't get you to the kingdom. You can burn with that money in the lake of fire, though. But it won't get you to the kingdom. Let's go to Psalm 73 and 12. Let's go down to Psalm a little bit. Psalm 73, verse 12. They think it's all about money, man. It's not all about money, man. It's about doing what your God put you on earth to do, man. Obeying. Not being disobedient, man, to your God. That's what it's about. Psalm 73 and 12. You get to read that out of me.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 73 and verse 12.
Bring it out.
Behold, these are the ungodly.
These are who?
The ungodly.
Let's see who the ungodly is. Let's see the characteristic of ungodly.
Who prosper in the world.
They prosper in the world. They out here doing good in the world. The world, oh yeah, they you can't touch them in the world.
Right.
Because they own.
Right.
They who everybody want to see. They who everybody want to be. They in the world doing good. Read on.
They increase in riches.
They do what?
They increase in riches.
See, this is what, and I wish Joel Osteen would pull this scripture. He tell you to just start at the end. We ain't gonna go to behold, they are ungodly. We just gonna go to they increase in riches. But this is a characteristic of an ungodly man. Behold, these are the ungodly. Prosper in the world. The Lord tell you what? Love not the world. They increase in riches. It's all about money. It's like when Christ went to the rich man. Told him he had to give up everything. Told him he had to keep the laws. He said, I've been doing that. I do this, I do that. He said, well, you got one more thing to do. Got a lot of money, partner. You need to go on and get out of the way, man, and come follow me. Rich man like, dang, all this money I got, and I got to give it away. Can't serve two masters. Some people master the money. Correction. A lot of people master his money.
That's right.
God damn.
9 times out of 10, you're a so-called black man, you're chasing that dollar. You're not chasing the kingdom of heaven. But guess what? I wasn't either. We wasn't taught to chase the kingdom of heaven. We was taught to be a good slave. Go out there and do it. Be a good slave, boy. Go out there and work hard, man. Yeah, we thought, man, my partner used to always talk about, man, bro, I'm a hard worker, man. We hard workers, bro. We you know what I'm saying? Man, please. Go there and get that job 22%, man.
That's one of the reasons.
They're going to catch me in the bathroom every time.
That's one of the reasons why like the Most High hate greed. He hated a greedy person.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And that's what was wrong with that brother. He was real greedy for that money.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because that's what he said he kept the law.
Yeah.
But he couldn't do that one thing.
Because people don't understand. The scripture doesn't say money is the root of evil. It says what? The love of the money is the root of all evil. Not money. Money is good. We can use money to help the nation. We got brothers and sisters that, guess what? Send a GoFundMe page. They send to the Cash App. They help us get our movement and things going. Money can be used for greatness if you use it right. But we just out there chasing money, just chasing the bag. What you chasing the bag so hard for? What you got to do? Oh, man, just need another bag, man. Yeah, I'm just chasing the bag. I need another bag, man. We chasing the bag just to get another bag and another bag and another bag. Not, so I can do this and try to do this and put this down. You know, some people try, whatever the case may be. But for the most part, we just chase money just because that's all we feel like we got in this world. We just chase money and we die for it. $100, $50. Come on, man. This is ridiculous, man. Read that again.
Con. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 73 and verse 12.
Bring it out.
Behold, these are the ungodly who prosper in the world.
Who prosper in the world. Go characteristics. They big time in the world. Yeah, everybody want to be them. Look at them. Yeah, them the top dogs there in the world. Read on.
They increase in riches.
They increase in riches. Go ahead and read.
Verse 13. Really, I have cleansed my heart in vain.
But their hearts are in vain, man. Read on.
And washed my hands in innocence.
In constant. That word. Yeah, we ain't gonna keep on messing with that word. But their hearts are in vain, man. None but vanity out here in this world right now. It's just a repetition of vanity. You know what I'm saying? Listen, we got to get up out of that. We got to start putting our hearts and our minds to the desires of our God, not to our desires. You know what I'm saying? Let's go to Jude chapter 1, verse 4.
This is the book of Jude, chapter 1, verse 4.
Bring it out.
For there are certain men, creep and unaware, who were before of old ordained to this condemnation. Ungodly men.
What kind of men were they?
Ungodly men.
For there are certain men crept in unawares who were before of old. Would be something to soon as that. That's all good. I'll praise it. Read that again.
This is the book of Jude, chapter 1, verse 4. For there are certain men, creep in unaware, who were before of old ordained to this condemnation.
Ordained. That means it was gonna be like this. You were gonna have people to try to slay you into doing wickedness and to doing evil, into going against your God. The Most High set it up like this. You're going to have to play that role of what? Girding up your loins, girding up your skirts, and not being tricked into some foolery. The Most High God is crafty with what he do. They say Esau crafty, they are. The other nation crafty, they are. The Most High God is the craftiest though. You know what I'm saying? So he going to make it to guess what? Like we said, it's not going to be, oh, peaches and cream, all easy and everything. You're going to have some tests, some road struggles, man. And the Most High making it crap. He said they were ordained for this condemnation. And they were ungodly men. Read on.
Ungodly men. Turning the grace of our Yahweh into lasciviousness.
Lasciviousness.
Yeah, that there.
Yeah, lasciviousness.
Yeah, that's the word. That's the word. And denying the only Lord Yahweh and our Lord Yahweh Shah, the Messiah.
I'll praise. So they were ordained, man. These are what they were ordained to do. To change your mind and thought process of your God. They out here now. TD Snakes. Creflo Dollar. These are your own people, right? They your own nation of people. But they are crept in unaware. They're ordained to keep you docile state of mind. They're not here to keep you on the same path. It said, turning the grace of our God into lasciviousness, to nothing but greed. It's all about money for these pastors, man. That's it. It's just a greedy world right now, man. It's greed. And denying the only Lord God. How can you, they say they don't deny God, but they go against every one of his commandments.
Everyone.
Therefore, you are what? Denying God. And you denying Christ, because Christ did what? The laws. He did everything that the Most High told him. So you deny your God and your King. Go to Jude 1 and 18. Drop down to 18.
This is verse 18. How that they told you there should be mockers in the last time.
What is TD Snakes?
Mockers in the last time.
Joe Osteen?
Mockers in the last time.
They are just mockers, man. They just mocking our God, man. And guess what? They're mockers because they know the truth. That's why they mockers, man. It ain't like they don't know the truth. They've been reading this Bible, and even though they've been taught the Bible wrong, they done read around some scriptures and said, well, you know what? We're going to leave that out.
Right.
Don't worry about it, bitch. Don't worry about it, deacon. Like my friend said today, he asked the pastor a question, and he went to his mother, the so-called first lady, and said, we got to put this dude out because I feel like he's trying to test me on me being a new pastor. Yes. What's wrong with that? As being an ambassador for Christ and a spokesman for our God, yeah, you gonna get some questions,
Right.
and you got to be able to answer them on the spot.
Right. That's right.
Are you a true pastor? Or you truly called for this thing? But then you gonna get your mama. You gonna get your mama. You call your mama, and you a grown man. Come on, man. We are weak-minded people, man. Let's just be real, man. Negroes say they're the hardest thing out here. They got these 223s and these AR-15 and these 38 specials and these 357, but they weak, man. They weak. Negroes say one thing, team, you just can't take it. Negroes step on your shoe and you can't take it. That's weak-minded, man. That's weak. A lot of men are weak, man. Mama's boy. I was looking at hey, brother, you step on my shoe again, it's going to be a problem, bro. Just telling you that now. I just seen my wife loved to watch the first 48. Young boy, like 18 years old, shot up a whole party. She killed the girl, man, shot in the back of the neck. This was in Ohio. When they found and caught this boy, he said, they said, do you want to speak on it? They said, we got people who identified you as the shooter. We already know you was there. You can't lie. Even your own partners done already told us that you was one of the shooters. They said, do you want to talk to us or not? He said, I want a lawyer and my mom. That's how he said mama. He said, I want a lawyer and my mom. And the detective said, you want your mom? He said, man, these youngsters, they just out here playing the game.
Right.
He said it just like that. He wasn't over 18 years old, but still, you out here, you man up to be out here shooting and killing in these streets. But then you said you want a lawyer and your mom. Come on, man. Let's just call it what it is. A spade is a spade, man. And I'm not trying to say, I'm not trying to talk down on our people, man. I'm trying to uplift our people. Some people look at it for, oh, nigga, you trying to talk? No. I was in these same streets. I was doing all this talking the same way. Guess what? We was soft. I was soft. Now being a stern man of the Most High God, man. Hey, we got to call it how we see it, man. Let's go to Genesis. Hold on, now I'll check that back. Let's go to 1 Timothy 1:9. 1 Timothy 1:9. We're going to go back to Genesis later. So we still on these ungodly people of the other nations. And we going to get into the ungodly people of our nation too. I know I'm talking about TD Snakes and Joel, and Creflo Holland them, but I'm really still getting into the ungodly of the other nations. You go ahead. I'll get that.
This is the book of 1 Timothy, chapter 1 and verse 9.
Bring it out.
Knowing this, that the law is not made for a righteous man.
Hold on. So the law is not made for a righteous man. Let's see who it's made for. Read on.
But the lawless and disobedient.
But who?
But the lawless and disobedient.
But the laws are made for the lawless and the disobedient. Read on.
For the ungodly and for sinners.
For who?
And for sinners.
For the ungodly and for the sinners. This is how you know right here in this verse that you have ungodly people of your nation and ungodly of that's not of your nation. Because it says the law is not made for a righteous man. Now, you know, scriptures are twofold. In this instance, go ahead. In this instance, it said the law is made for not made for a righteous man, but the lawless and disobedient. If you are lawless, you're supposed to have the law, but you're just not keeping it. Because if you're disobedient, that means you're not what? You're not keeping the law. Right. So that means that we have ungodly people of our own nation as well. Because it said, for the lawless and disobedient, for the ungodly and for the sinner. Now, this ungodly and this sinner is those of our own nation. Let's go to Psalm 147-19 right quick. Holy precept. Bring that out when you get that.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 147 and verse 19.
Bring it out.
He shewed his word unto Jacob.
He showed his word unto Jacob, which is our forefather. Read on.
His statutes and his judgments unto Israel.
His statutes, his judgments, his laws to Israel. Read on.
Verse 20. He hath not dealt so with any nation.
He has not dealt so how he dealt with our forefathers and our nation like any other nation. Read on.
And as for his judgments,
And as for his judgments,
they have not known them.
they don't know they. Well, I'm gonna tell you, Esau and them, they know their judgment, but they don't know the Most High judgment in this Bible like we do, man. These other nations don't know it like that. So this, I just wanted to show you that going into the other our own people, that this is the ungodly of our own people. Let's go back to 1 Timothy 1:9. Mm-hmm.
It's the book of 1 Timothy, chapter 1 and verse 9.
Bring it out.
Knowing this, that the law is not made for a righteous man, but for the lawless and disobedient.
Read on.
For the ungodly and for sinners.
Read on. If you're a sinner, you gotta what? Break the law. Read on.
For unholy and profane.
For unholy and profane, man. Read on.
For murderers of fathers and murderers of mothers.
And what?
For manslayers.
For manslayer. So in this whole scriptures letting you know that you have ungodly of your nation as well as the other nations. Because when they say profane, who one of them is profane? Esau. Right. So we're going into both sides of ungodly people. You know what I'm saying? Let's go to Psalms 1 and 5. Psalms chapter 1, verse 5.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 1, verse 5.
Yeah.
Therefore, the ungodly shall not stand in the judgment, nor sinners in the congregation of the righteous.
So I want to touch on both sides, but I want to touch on the first part. Therefore, the ungodly shall not stand in the judgment. We are trying to live our lives, correct our lives. So for what? For judgment day. But when judgment day comes, we go to judgment, right? And we be judged. But it said that the ungodly shall not stand in the judgment. Why not? Why the ungodly won't stand in the judgment? This is going into the ungodly of the other nation. You know why they won't stand in the judgment? Because they already have their judgment. Their judgment is already. Let's go to Obadiah 1 and 8. Their judgment is already here. They don't have to go to judgment. We the ones that get that. That's how you know that the Most High made this world for us, and that we are the chosen seed of the Bible. The ungodly won't sit in the council of judgment because they already got their judgment. It's already solidified what their judgment is going to be. It's already predestined where they are going. And we already know that. So we're going to get some judgment of these other nations, a few scriptures of these other nations. Obadiah 1 and 8.
This is the book of Obadiah, chapter 1 and verse 8.
Bring it out.
Shall I not in that day, saith the Lord, even destroy the wise men out of Edom?
He said, even in that day, he going to destroy the wise men out of Edom. All these Donald Trumps and Joe Bidens and all them. They get destroyed, man. Read on.
Oh, Biden.
Read on now.
That's all right. I got like that.
And understanding out of the mount of Esau.
And understanding of the mount of Esau. Jump to verse 10.
Verse 10. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob.
For the violence of what they did. Jacob, you know what I'm saying? Rebecca, Esau, and Jacob, you know what I'm saying? You know how we did. What they read on.
Shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever.
For the violence that they did back in the beginning of time, their judgment is already set. It says, shame shall cover you, and you shall be cut off for what?
Forever.
For how long?
Forever.
What they got to go to judgment for? They already got their judgment. Esau's going to be cut off forever. They already got their judgment. Jump over to verse 15.
Verse 15. For the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen.
Against who?
All the heathen.
Just Esau.
all the heathen.
All the heathen. The day of the Lord is to come unto all the heathen. Read on.
As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee.
Read that again.
As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee.
So the Most High already knew they was going to put us into 7 captivities. He already knew that they was going to put their knees on our necks. They was going to put their yoke of iron on us. And he said for the judgment. And then we already know Psalms 83. They came together to consult against us. They came together and had an angry tumult, came together with one consent that we will be what? Have a known for being Israel. That we will be a nation.
Right.
So he said, all you heathen are going to get it. For what y'all did. Read that again.
Come on. Verse 15. For the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen.
All of them.
As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee.
As what they did to us, we already know. He that killed with the sword must be killed with the sword. Read on.
Thy reward shall return upon thine own head.
And that's what your reward will be. That's why I always tell y'all. The reward of the heathen, of the ungodly, if you want to stay and be around them, you want to be friends with the ungodly in the world, well, that's going to be your reward too. Your reward is going to be returned on their own head. Oops. On your own head. Jump to verse 18.
Come on. Verse 18. And the house of Jacob shall be a fire.
Shall be a what?
Shall be a fire.
So we're gonna be a fire, man. We already ready. We ain't ready yet though. I don't lie. We still got a lot of ways to go. We getting ready though. Read on.
And the house of Joseph a flame. And the house of Esau for stubble.
For what?
For stubble.
So we the fire and they don't be, man. This is their judgment. It's already recorded. They don't have to sit in the council of their judgment because they already got it. Read on.
And they shall kindle in them and devour them.
And what?
And devour them.
And devour them. Go to Jeremiah 48 and 43. Let's get some more judgment on some of these other heathen nations. So Psalms 1 and 5 says, therefore the ungodly shall not stand in the judgment. Why? Because their judgment already here. We already got their judgment. They ain't got to worry about it. Ain't no pleading. The Most High, ain't no pleading to the Most High. Well, we sorry. We saw it now. 48 and 43. Because they know what they doing. They already know what they doing up. They know we got next. So guess what? They just living it on up. Like you said, they just go kick us when we down. Most High say, you put them in captivity. He'll say, dang. Most High like, dang, y'all just took it to a whole nother level. He saw. Read that.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 48. Verse 43.
Bring it out.
Fear and the pit and the snare shall be upon thee.
Oh, who?
O habitants of Moab.
Oh, who?
Of Moab.
So this is Moab judgment. It said fear and the pit. The pit. Ain't talking about no armpit either. Although it wouldn't be bad to get my old nigga 7 days without a little deal. You can get all that. But that ain't what we talking about. The pit. Read on.
Saith the Lord.
Saith the Lord. The snare shall be upon your inhabitant of Moab. Drop down to verse 47.
Verse 47. Yet will I bring again the captivity of Moab.
He said he will do what?
Bring again the captivity of Moab.
So we don't got to worry about their judgment because it's already in here. Yet again will I bring the captivity of Moab. Right, read on.
In the latter days.
In the what?
In the latter days.
That's the key. People say, oh, they already went through that already. In the latter days. In the end game. Read on.
Saith the Lord.
Read on.
Thus far is the judgment of Moab.
Is the what?
Judgment of Moab.
They don't got to sit the judgment because they already got their judgment.
Thus far.
Thus far. Let's go to Ezekiel 35 and 12. Let's get some more judgment on these other wicked, ungodly nations, man. Ezekiel 35 and 12. Go ahead, whenever you get done.
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 35, and verse 12.
Bring it out.
And thou shalt know that I am the Lord, and that I have heard all thy blasphemies.
He said, I'm the Lord. I heard all y'all blasphemy. It's talking about all of them. Here, read on.
Which thou hast spoken against the mountains of Israel.
All of y'all. Each and every one of y'all. Basically, Psalms 83. You stinking Africa. Ishmaelites, Moab, Hagarenes, Ammon, Assyrians. He said, I heard all the blasphemies that y'all did on the Mount of Israel, my chosen people. Read on.
Saying, they are laid desolate.
Oh, they down. We're going to kick them when they down. Read on.
They are given us to consume.
Read on.
Verse 13. Thus, with your mouth, ye have boasted against me.
They did what?
Thus, with your mouth, ye have boasted against me.
So they're very proud. Read on.
And have multiplied your words against me. I have heard them.
The Most High said, don't think I ain't heard y'all. Read on.
Verse 14. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, when the whole earth rejoiceth, I will make thee desolate.
Now, I should have pulled that precept out. I don't know if this is Proverbs. When the righteous are in rulership, the people rejoice. The Most High said, I don't want to butcher it. He said, but when the whole earth rejoicing, when we rejoicing, he said, I will make these desolate. It's going to be y'all end. It's going to be our ruin. Read on.
Verse 15. And thou didst, as thou didst rejoice at the inheritance of the house of Israel.
That's why that's so crucial. As y'all is rejoicing and keeping us on the bottom.
Right.
East Indians getting all these damn corner stores. The Chinese getting all these damn stores. Every other nation getting all these stores and keeping us down. As y'all rejoice in the inheritance of the house of Israel by having us as a possession, y'all being over us, we don't.
Of the house of Israel, because it was desolate.
Read on.
So will I do unto thee.
Read that again.
So will I do unto thee.
Read that again.
So will I do unto thee.
So will the Most High do unto you, man. Read on.
Thou shalt be desolate.
Thou shalt be what?
Thou shalt be desolate.
When it's desolate, ain't no more. Read on.
O Mount Seir. And all Idumea.
And all Idumea. Yeah, bring it in. Read on.
And all Idumea.
And look, you can't get away from this Esau. Mount Seir. We can go precept upon precept right here. Well, I got some few things to go. And all Idumea. Read on.
Even all of it.
Even what?
Even all of it.
Read on.
And they shall know that I am the Lord.
As a matter of fact, we right there.
It's Proverbs 29:2.
Okay, appreciate that. 29:2 Proverbs.
Yeah, Proverbs.
All right, well, I'm gonna go get that too. Proverbs 29:2. When the people rejoice, when the right, I'm gonna go get it. I don't want to butcher. But Ezekiel 35:1. Moreover, the word of the Lord came to me, saying, "Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir, and the prophecy against it." Mount Seir, that's Esau's dwelling place. So you can't get around. And I got some more precepts on it too, but let's get that Proverbs right quick since I brought it up. You start. You pull that next. 29:2.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 29 and verse 2.
Bring it out.
When the righteous are in authority.
When the righteous are in authority, when the Israelites come back and take over this world, and we in rulership, what up? Read on.
The people rejoice.
Well, the people gonna be doing what?
Rejoice.
See, right now, I'm gonna tell you it's crazy. Because the people hate us being out there on the street corner. They just can't understand why we out there, while we talking to them, and they say we talking to them bad, but we read scriptures. When we giving them their soon to be judgment, we can't judge. We judge them, but we're not giving them judgment. But we're giving them their soon to be judgment from the Most High, thus says the Lord, if they don't get right. It says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. Right now, they can't understand. But man, when we get this word on, people gonna be so happy out there, man. You see a lot of people, and it be a few of them, they walk by, they be like, man, that's them brothers right there, man. They young brothers, they be like, hey man, I'll praise this, man. Appreciate what y'all doing. You get a very few of them out, but you get something to do that. But man, when we get back in rulership of this world, man, and you ain't sleeping on those street corners no more, right? You ain't called a nigga no more. You ain't working for $14 an hour 12 hours a day busting your ass, man, for another nation. Man, you gonna be rejoicing. Y'all go wish in the latter days that y'all got down with this scripture, man, that y'all got into this word, that you start obeying your God, man. But read that again.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 29, verse 2.
Read.
When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice.
Read on.
But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn.
The people mourn. We mourn. Israel, those that are woke, we can't stand in this place. But everybody out there, they love America. They're against the scriptures. That's why people don't understand they're going against scriptures. They love us from America. We love us from America. We love us from Joe Biden and some Kamala Harris. We love us some Joe Biden, man. We just love that, man. We love us some Kamala Harris. We loved us some Trump. We love some stimulus checks, boy.
Man.
We love America. But the Bible says that we should be mourning. We're not in control. But watch. You got to worry about the stimulus check when the Israelites get in control. That's right. It's going to be our faces on the money. You're going to be swiping Esau back, telling them to go get every dime that they supposed to got for us. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be love, man. But when the righteous are in rulership, the people rejoice. Is what it should be. You got a precept out?
A precept.
Bring it out.
Zephaniah chapter 2, verse 9 to 12.
Bring it out.
Therefore, as I live, said the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel.
Who?
The God of Israel.
Bring it out. Not everybody, but the God of who?
But the God of Israel.
Read.
Surely Moab shall be as Sodom.
Moab shall be as what?
Sodom.
Oh, man, that's a great precept. Let's get some more judgment. We already talked about Moab, but let's see what else they're going to be. They're going to be at Sodom. What did the Most High do to Sodom and Gomorrah?
He annihilated that.
Everlasting burn, man. And we going. I'm glad you brought because we going there. Read on.
And the children of Ammon.
And who?
The children of Ammon.
Oh, don't think y'all got away Japanese, you little odd mothers. Don't think y'all got away either. Oh, because we ain't saying nothing about Ammon? So we just been on Moab? Yeah. Woo! Y'all ain't good. Yeah, you right there. Yeah, they thought they was good. They're like, we good. We're good. They haven't said nothing about us. Got you. Read on.
And the children of Ammon, as Gomorrah.
As what?
As Gomorrah.
I love how the Most High just flipped it up on him. He said we're going to treat Moab like Sodom, and we're going to treat Ammon like Gomorrah. Man, that's cold-blooded. Ain't no way around it. You can't get around it, man. You just can't get around it. Read on.
Even the breeding of the needles. Nettles, rather. And salt pits.
Man, all that.
And the perpetual desolation.
Perpetual.
The residue of my people shall spoil them.
The who?
The residue of my people shall spoil them.
He always left a remnant, but he said the residue. Y'all know what residue is. Like, that's left over. Talk about that at 1/3.
Yes, sir.
That residue is at 1/3. That's that 33. We ain't talking about no angles and all that. We talking about that 33%, man. Right. Read on.
And the remnant of my people shall possess them.
All praises, man. We gonna possess them, man. Read on.
This year they have for their pride, because they have reproached and magnified themselves against the people of the Lord.
That's what they did.
Of hosts.
That's what they did.
Kicker coming in. The Lord will be terrible unto them, for he will famish all the gods of the earth.
He said he will be terrible unto them, man.
And men shall worship him, everyone from his place.
From his place, man.
Even all the owls of the heathens. Ye Ethiopians,
read on.
Also,
shall
be slain by my sword.
Yeah, so we gonna get into some of them Africans, too. We ain't leaving none of y'all out. Like you said, like we going back, Psalms 1 and 5. They don't have to sit in the judgment seat because They already got their judgment. We are blessed to be able to go to the judgment seat. We got a chance to get this thing right. How great is that? How great is that you still get an opportunity, that you still get to wake up every day and try to live and do the best possible you can to go to judgment and get that penny to the kingdom. That's great, man. That's all you had on there?
That's it.
Go to Amos 1 and 13. But I had some for Amos too. I'm going to get it from him anyway.
So you had something.
Yeah, you know, I wasn't going to leave them out. I was not going to leave them out. Amos 1 and 13. That's right.
This is the book of Amos.
And we could have started at 9, but we already talked about Esau, and that's really going to Africans too with Tyrus and Tyree. But let's just start at 13.
Come on. This is the book of Amos, chapter 1 and verse 13. Mm-hmm. Thus saith the Lord, for 3 transgressions of the children of Amos, and for 4,
read on,
I will not turn away the punishment thereof.
So it said, you're not gonna get your punishment turned away either, Am. Like I said, I had some for him in the chamber, just in case, but I pulled that one scripture, but I still want to put it. Read on.
Because they have ripped up the women with child of Gilead, Salakia, that they might enlarge their borders.
That's all they want to do. They just want to get bigger and bigger. They want to keep doing everything. They want to take over everything. But they gonna get that judgment. And let's go to Genesis 6 and 1.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 6, verse 1.
And this is where it started. That we started finding these ungodly men and so forth. Read on.
And it came to pass, when men began to multiply on the face of the earth, and the daughters were born unto them.
Read on.
Verse 2. That the sons of Yahweh saw the daughters of men, that they were fair, and they took them wives of all which they chose.
Read on.
Verse 3. And the Lord said, my spirit shall not always strive with man, for that he also is flesh.
Read on.
Yet his days shall be 120 years.
Now this is like the Most High. This is going before the flood. We already know they're finna go. The Most High finna go into the flood. Like we said, this ain't no angel sleeping with people. We can cut that easily with 1 Corinthians 15 to 39. We can easily cut that up right there. This is not going into that. This is not going into that, or angels sleeping with people. It's not different kind of bodies, man. We just don't have it. But this is going into the Most High saying, well, you know, and I'm gonna get there too, because evil start being multiplied on the earth around this time. The sons of men. I mean, we start multiplying with other people, that's how you know. People don't understand there was way more people in this world at this time. How would the Most High had to flood the world and it was only Adam and Eve? People just don't understand the Bible. Right. Why we have to flood the world then? They flood the world for 2 people and stuff. No, it's not. It's crazy. But he letting you know that I'm not always going to be with man. He said they flesh. He gave us a year expectancy around this time. Read up, verse 4.
Verse 4. There were giants in the earth in those days. And also after that.
Well, that giant, they're going into an angel or something? No, it's not.
No.
Going into men of renown. Also going into tall stature men as well. Read on.
When the sons of God came into the daughters of men.
Oh, that verse I hope they understand.
And they birthed children to them. The same became mighty men, which were of old.
And what?
Men of renown.
So when we mixed our holy seed with these other people, yeah, they became, like you see, like you got Blake Griffin, Zach Levine, all these old double-sided children, you know what I'm saying? I'm for real. And they be cold, like they be good. the LaMelo balls and stuff. You know what I'm saying? They be good. He said that we done gave them our holy seed. You know what I'm saying? Read on.
And Yahweh saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth.
It was what?
Great in the earth.
That's where we start getting into these ungodly men. Read on.
And that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually.
It was what? Only what?
Only evil continually.
It was only evil. The Most High said I had to destroy these things, man. Their thoughts were only evil. Read on.
And it repented the Lord that he had made man on the earth. And it grieved him at his heart.
Read 7.
And the Lord said, I will destroy man whom I have created from the face of the earth.
Both who?
Both man and beast.
Man.
And the creeping things. And the fowls of the air. For it repented me that I have made them.
So it repented the Most High that he had made, man. But this is where you start getting ungodliness, man. The ungodly men. This is where you start getting where evils multiplied. Because we start mixing our holy seed, mingling with the other people, with the other nations, man. And things got haywire for the Most High. Now let's go to 1 Peter 4:18.
I want to say, Genesis in this era here.
2 Peter 2 and 2.
This era here has made a stumbling block to a whole lot of our people.
It did.
It's straight up stumbling block. I mean, because they see something and then automatically their imagination start running wild with them.
But what the Bible tell you to do?
The Bible told you to cast down every imagination that exalts itself
upon precept.
That's it.
Like we said, we already did this class, but that's a whole nother class. We could have went up down the line. Luke 3:38, Hosea 1:10. We could have went to 1 Corinthians 15:39 to talk about how you got celestial and terrestrial bodies. Numbers 13:33 to show you the men of renown and to show you that who were the sons of God. We could have went all through that. But right now I'm just showing how ungodly men were on the earth, man. Now let's go to 2 Peter chapter 2, verse 2. I think that's what I want. Let me get that. I'll be writing this stuff down, messing up my own self, man. I think that's what I want, bro. 2 Peter 2:2. Somebody stole my Peter. I found it. Let's start at 5. Let's just start at 5. This 2 Peter 2 and 5.
Come. This is the book of 2 Peter, chapter 2 and verse 5.
Start at 4.
Come. Verse 4. For if Yahweh spared not the angels that sinned, but cast them down to hell, and delivered them into chains of darkness to be reserved unto judgment.
Read on.
Verse 5. And spared not the old world, but saved Noah.
He didn't spare the old world, but he saved who?
Noah.
Read on.
The 8th person, a preacher of righteousness.
Bring it on.
Bringing in the flood upon the world of the ungodly.
Now he brought the flood into the world of who?
Upon the world of the ungodly.
That's why we went to 6 to show you that this is where the ungodly start coming in. You start playing with them other side games, man, and mingling with the other nations, man. That's where the ungodly came. So he said, and spare not the old world. The Most High didn't spare the old world. He wouldn't have had to make the rainbow and gave us a covenant saying that he wasn't flooding no more, but by fire. But saved Noah, the 8th person, a preacher of righteousness. Noah was a preacher of them laws, man. He found favor in Noah. Read on. Bringing I'm reading. That's me. Bringing in the flood upon the world of the ungodly. That's what that flood was for those the ungodly, man. It's verse 6. Read verse 6.
Verse 6. And turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes.
Into what?
Into ashes.
And he said to go do what with Moab and Ammon?
Turning into ashes.
That's what I was just thinking, right?
He said Moab will be Sodom.
The cities of Moab and that.
He said Moab will be Sodom and Ammon will be Gomorrah.
That's what he said.
Again.
Verse 6. And turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes. Condemned them with an overthrow.
With a what?
With an overthrow.
Read on. This is kicking.
Making them an ensample.
And a what?
An ensample unto those that after should live ungodly.
This was an example. The Most High said, man, look, what did he call America? It's spiritually what?
Sodom and Egypt.
That's right too. You're right. But this is spiritually Sodom and Egypt, man. Right. He said he made an example to show y'all what he did with Sodom and Gomorrah. What you think he gonna do to America? People think we out our mind when we out there telling them. Right. This world is coming to an end. Right. America will be destroyed, man. Right. What you think they're making nuclear weapons for? To play with them? You think they bull messing? You think they playing? Say you had a gun when you seen them? Man, one cat in the hood that play like that. Come on, man. They not playing. It's going to be fire and destruction to America, man. He said, I left them an example unto those that after should live ungodly. That should live ungodly. So you want to be with the ungodly? You want to follow the ungodly? You want to get taught by the ungodly? Know what your judgment going to be. There's already in this book. Go to 2 Peter 3 and 7.
This is a book of 2 Peter, chapter 3 and verse 7.
Bring it out. But
the heavens and the earth, which are now, by the same word, are kept in store. He said, but the heavens and the earth, which are now, they kept in store. It's still going on. He did what he did. He flooded the first one. It's back. He did it. He came back. Read on. Reserved unto fire against the day of judgment. So the first one he flooded, but he said the second one, this one was going to be reserved by what? For fire. Yeah, so like unto fire against the day of judgment. America is going to burn. Right. He said it's reserved. If you reserve something, what that mean?
It means you hold it.
Yeah, it's already there. Yeah, it's coming. Hey, I'm reserving that table for when I get there. He said he reserving America for fire when he ready to. Right. I know he ain't playing no game. Reserved to fire against the day of judgment and perdition of ungodly men. Now, you know that day of judgment, that's going into the ungodly of our own people. You want to get that? Well, that's what you're going to get. And ungodly men, man, which they already have their judgment. Go to Jude. Matter of fact, before we go there, go to Job 34 and 18 right quick. I forgot to get this precept, but I want to bring it out. Job chapter 34, verse 18.
It's the book of Job, chapter 34, verse 18.
Yeah, start at 17.
It's verse 17. Shall even he that hateth right govern?
He said, shall even he that hateth right govern? Read on.
And wilt thou condemn him that is most just?
So Job saying, will you condemn the one that's most just? He said, shall even he that hateth right govern? We're supposed to hate evil, man. We're supposed to hate evil, but a lot of people, they hate right. That's what the world doing right now. You ask a question. You gonna put these heathen over us that hate right? And wilt thou condemn him that is most just? He said, you gonna put them above us and put us on the bottom, Lord, when you made us the right? Yeah. Job, hey, it takes some courage, man. Job had to be a servant of the Most High. Like we say, Edris, I wouldn't dare be called David. These brothers ask some tough questions, man, to the Most High. I don't know if I'm ready yet to be asking all these questions. But Job said, you mean you gonna put these over us and condemn the just? Read on.
Verse 18.
So this code right here. Watch this.
Is it fit to say to a king, thou art wicked?
He said, man, is it fit to say to a king, thou art wicked? Yes. Because these kings of this world, because Proverbs 21 and 1 say what? The king's hands are in the hand. The kings and that's how you preach that. I hate trying to butcher it, man. Look, I've been trying to get out there, man. I be butchering some stuff sometimes like a mother. Proverbs 21 and 1. The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. As the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will. Let you know, yes, the Most High set it up this way. Yeah, he put these heathen over us. Yeah, they kings right now. And Job said, is it fit to say that the king, thou art wicked? Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't ask brother, but Job, hey, yeah. Yeah. Read on.
Verse 18. Is it fit to say to a king, thou art wicked,
Read on.
and to a prince, ye are ungodly.
Yeah, that's what they are. So that's what they telling us. That's what they looking at us like. We the princes. Just like, I don't want to pull that precept. I just want to pull a precept, man. Jerubbaal, get out of me. You know Jerubbaal. Hey, man. Ecclesiastes 10:7. Write this down, y'all. Ecclesiastes 10:7. I have seen servants upon horses and princes walking as servants upon the earth.
Yes, sir.
So the thing is upside down. He said, is it fit to say to the king, thou art wicked, and to princes, ye are ungodly? Because we the princes. But they making us look like we doing something wrong. Like keeping God's laws is wrong in this world.
Right.
I just had to go to court today for teaching the word of God.
Bring it out.
But they look at us and say, oh, the princes, or we are. Hey, Job asked a heavy question, man. I had to pull this precept. Go to 19.
Verse 19. How much less to him that accepteth not the person of prince, nor regardeth the rich more than the poor.
Read on.
For they all are the work of his hands.
And that's what he said we respect. Ain't no respect of person. But that's what we do as a nation of people. We look at Joel Osteen and talk about prosperity. And we give him the respect. We look at T.D. Jakes and all these other pastors that have all this money and things like that. And we give them the credit and say, well, oh, they righteous because they got money. But Job was saying, man, that's not right. It's upside down. Basically, the scripture saying that the world is upside down. But he said at the end, they are all the work of his hands, but the Most High did it. The Most High did it. So what we have to do is make sure that we don't go back into this thing and that we change this, man. We got to change this. How do we change it? Sisters, put them dresses on. Brothers, put them beards on. Brothers, sisters, love your neighbor. Love your own people. You know what I'm saying? That's how we got to change this thing. Now let's go to Jude 1:15. And then we'll get a law and get out of it. That's 10. 10 says. Jude chapter 1 verse 15. Whenever you get there, you don't need it.
This is the book of Jude chapter 1 and verse 15.
Bring it out.
To execute judgment upon all, and to convince all that are ungodly among them.
It says to execute judgment upon all. Upon all. The judgment that he already gave the other nations, it's going to be executed. The judgment that he going to give us if we don't stop playing and get our butts together, he said it's execute all judgment. Read on.
All that are ungodly among them of all their ungodly
deeds. It says like, and to convince all. We're trying to convince all that are ungodly among all of their ungodly deeds. Watch how many times the scripture was ungodly. It says we're trying to convince all that are ungodly among them. Read on.
Of all their ungodly deeds.
We're trying to convince the ungodly of all their ungodly deeds. That's what we on the street corners for. What they think we out there for. We're trying to convince you to get back into God's laws, man. To let you know that guess what? The kingdom of heaven is ours, man. Read on, huh?
Which they have ungodly committed.
How many ungodlies in this thing? Which they have ungodly committed, man. We are here for the ungodly to convince the ungodly of their ungodly ways that they committed, man. Read on.
And of all their hard speech.
And of all these, because guess what? Joel Osteen, that's a hard speech. T.D. Jakes, that's a hard speech. Because it sounds so good. And it make you feel good sometimes. But it's not the truth. Right. That's a hard speech. Like, read on.
Which ungodly sinners have spoken against him.
What kind of sinners?
Ungodly sinners have spoken against him.
Well, I'm going to read 16.
Verse 16. These are murmurers.
Well, what?
Murmurers.
So they ain't doing nothing but murmuring, trying to get your ear. They just trying to get your ear. So you can be in that Christian church tomorrow. You can be old Deacon Brandon. Deacon Brandon. First lady, Sister Anaya. That's what they want. They murmur. They just trying to get in your ear. Read on.
Complainers.
Come what?
Complainers.
Then they go on rants like TDJ. Stand up, Paul, white boy. He's just as a Gentile as I am.
He's just more of a Gentile
than I am. Yeah.
Crazy.
Complainers, crazy selves, man. Read on.
Walking after their own lust.
Walking after their own lust. Yeah. Walking after their own lust. Read on.
And their mouth speaketh great swelling words.
And their mouth speaketh great swelling words. Read on.
Having men's persons in admiration. Because of advantage.
Because of what?
Because of advantage.
That last part heavy. Don't let that go. Having men's persons in admiration because of advantage. Because they looking good on the outside looking in. Right. Because they got a jet that they can fly and go get and go do and go pull up in Florida and get paid $20,000 to go teach a sermon. Right. That we're supposed to be giving these brothers and sisters for free. And then you tell them brothers out there, how much we have? When are we ask y'all for a dime? This word is free. We come out here and give y'all a free word, man. You got to go out there and pull your whole wallet out to go to the potter's house. Oh, brother, excuse me, ATM right there.
And bring in your W too.
ATM over there, bro. They need your ID, your social, and your date of birth. And your birth certificate. That ain't enough. So that last part is heavy. Having men's persons in admiration because of advantage, man. That's what be going on. We're being taught by the ungodly because they have the advantage. But they have the advantage of what? Of this world. We have the advantage what? Because we got the one true God.
That's right.
But they have the advantage of this world. Therefore, we are letting these other nations and we are being taught by the ungodly. Stop it. Stop it. Come back to your God. Know who you are. Know your nation. Know your tribe. Know what you have to do, man. Let's go to Deuteronomy 1 and 15. No, Deuteronomy 1 and 17. Just the precept of that. Okay. That's crazy.
It really is.
Yeah, you just make sure you put the precept. It is. That's the spirit out. Yeah, just the precept. But we just got to talk about in Job 34. How not to have respect of person, man. And that's what we do. We show respect of person. Because his name TD Snakes. Right. Because his name whole body. That's respect the person.
What did you say?
1 and 17.
I can't get over that now. Explain that.
What? Go ahead. Somebody read it.
Okay. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 1 and verse 17.
Bring it out.
Ye shall not respect persons in judgment.
Read that again.
Ye shall not respect persons in judgment.
Because the brother got a little money, got a lot of money, he gonna get his issue too. If he going against God's laws, he gonna get his issue too. Mike Kirk, you got $1 million, it don't matter. Read on.
But ye shall hear the small as well as the great.
We gotta be out here for the small as well as the great. For that brother that ain't got a dime, that look like nothing on the street corners. We got to give him the word, and we do that. Have we ever went out there to them corners and denied somebody of the truth? They come over there smelling like 40-day-old piss. Man, come over there smelling like a month worth. I'm talking about, and we still give them that truth. No, that's come. Am I lying? I'm telling you.
True. That's true.
I'm telling you, but they got to get this word. Ain't no respect to person. That's right. Even in Atlanta, it was tough. Woo, it was tough. Boy, y'all go to Atlanta, man, for real. Atlanta got Dallas. With that smell, man, it's tough.
Brother got so laid up on the smell, he had to come out the pants himself and leave him on the side.
I told everybody, you don't get away from us, man. And I said, brother, you come over here and want this word, that's fine. You just keep walking by them. Like you just trying to. But no respect to person, the small as well as the great. Read on.
Done that.
Ye shall not be afraid of the face of man.
Read that again.
Ye shall not be afraid of the face of man.
I mean, that go for bishop, deacon, captains, officers, soldiers, elder soldiers, sisters, wives. No matter. You should not be afraid of the face of man. You can't. Everybody get judgment. Nobody is bigger for judgment for correction. Read on.
For the judgment is Yahweh.
For the judgment is who?
Yahweh.
And if you don't give them that judgment, then you're not what? You're not giving God his power, his glory.
Right.
Because it's the judgment is God. So if you got to go out there and tell somebody and you're not telling them, that's a problem, man. Read on.
And the cause that is too hard for you. Bring it unto me, and I will hear it.
Bring them unto me, and I will hear it. And with that, we say shalom, all praises to the Most High. Y'all shall bless. We thank y'all for tuning in. If you haven't hit that subscribe button on YouTube, please hit subscribe. Thank y'all on Facebook. If you tuned in, we appreciate y'all. Let's get to this truth, man. Let's get back to obeying our God's words, man. By being taught by the ungodly. Let's stop that, man. With that, we say shalom.
Shalom. Don't stop at that. Man, that mother is huge. Gotta find that mother. How about that mother?